Okay, so today's day 2 of Liquidity Sweep. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit. I'm still sick. Bronchitis, but I'm still gonna get these videos out. All right. Nothing a little sickness, ain't gonna make me stop getting these videos out. So I'm gonna be going into a little bit more of what liquidity is. It's gonna be kind of similar to last video, day 1, but it's just a more overview of liquidity. I think I just really explained what a sweep was. I didn't really explain what it is. So liquidity is just resting orders in the market. Okay, so you have an unfilled order, and then you have a filled order. Right, an unfilled order is something that somebody has a limit placed on the chart, right? So say they have a limit like right here, saying if price comes up and touches this area right here, then my order will get filled, right? This is the best possible price my order can get filled at. That's an unfilled order. Filled order, of course, is somebody who's in the trade, right? Say they got filled in right here, and they're just, somewhere in the trade. This is a filled order right here. Okay. This is order that's already been filled, obviously. But if they say they want to sell up here, right? Then of course that's where their order ends. Okay, but I think y'all are aware that when you go, like if you have a limit placed up here, and price comes up to tap this, okay, right where your order was, and you get filled in here. If you're buying a share here, right? If you're buying a share right here, somebody had to sell you that share, right? So if you bought an order right here, that means somebody sold it, right? That's how liquidity works, right? So the market moves to fill orders, right? That's how it moves. So if you have a bunch of orders right here, right? If you have orders stacked on stacked on stacked right here, you just have orders stacked and stacked, stacked, and you have one order down here, price is more likely to go to the upside than the downside, right? It's way more likely to go to the upside than outside because there's more orders at the top, right? Price just wants to fill orders. The market wants to make people happy. It wants to, well, actually, it is the last thing the market wants to do is make people happy, bro. I'm just joking, but yeah, what price wants to do most is to fill orders. So with these big like hedge funds, these big banks who are putting in millions and millions and dollars of orders into the market, right? They'll genuinely put them at the same spot, they'll put them at the same area, right? They'll put in limit orders for millions and millions and millions of orders, right? But they're thinking, where do I want to put this limit? You know what I mean? Like where would I put this at, right? They're not just gonna guess randomly put over the chart. So they want to have reason to put their limit there, right? And typically the way that they gain reason to put their limit there is they looked at what happened in the past. Okay. So right, we've been over this, right? If price comes up and it reverses, then that means this is where all the orders got filled, right? Because price changed direction, right? There was millions of buy orders that just got filled in, or there's millions of short orders right here that just got filled in. So it's short, it's going down, right? So a bunch of people just went in short here, like millions of dollars worth of shorts or billions of dollars worth of shorts just happened right there. Okay, right? So let's go back to the normal chart. Sorry if you can't see some of this. I'm not trying to block anything out, but like right, yeah, this works. Like right here, okay. So this right here, this is January 31st, 2025. So say we're like right here, okay. We're on this candle. We're sitting right here on February 6th. This is a month later. All right, you have index funds, or not index funds, hedge funds, and massive banks who need to put millions and millions and millions of dollars into the market, right? And they don't know where to put it at. They want to go in short. Say they want to go in short right here. They're thinking, okay, let's look back at previous price. Where did price reverse at? Okay, like where did price completely change direction, right? Where would it be? Right here, the top of this wick, or the top of this wick, you know what I mean? Or the top of this wick, right? So they would place their orders right at this line, and you would see price would come up, tap that, and then shoot down, and they'd make a ton of money off shorts. You know what I mean? So that's what a liquidity sweep is. Now, what we do as, normal traders, we don't have millions and billions of dollars put in the bank, right? Most of us, at least. Just joking. Okay, so we just try to catch the move, right? So we would see this liquidity sweep happen, and then once it's already acknowledged and it's been confirmed that it is a liquidity sweep, we use that to enter into short, right? We don't try to predict it. I don't ever try to predict anything. It's really hard to predict the market, or you can't predict it. Show some more examples. I love this confluence. I use this confluence almost every day. There's so many examples. I'm trying to find good ones. There's a lot of bad ones. That I'm not really. This also is on the 4-hour too. So it's pretty easy to see. Same thing with like I mean, I could do like this, but I mean, so I'm saying sort of bad ones, like these are a little bit harder to understand. Like this is a liquidity sweep. Price came down, took out these lows and went higher. This one's pretty obvious, even though it's a long time. Like, look at this. So this is April 19th, 2024, and then August 5th, 2024, right? That's like 3 months, 4 months? Yeah, 3 months. You're sitting here, you're thinking, all right, where's price going to reverse, right? It's going to either here, here, or here, right? The banks will set their buy orders, right, at these lows, right? It'll all get entered in. Now there'll be tens and tens and millions of dollars in the market going along, so price will move up. Okay, so then once again, we capitalize off of a fair value gap retrace or something like that, or an inversion. So something along the lines of, right, fair value gap gets inversed. Obviously, I'm not going to get into that because we haven't even learned about that yet. But yeah, that's really liquidity. I can go over some low time frame liquidity, which is more just like, let me see here. Like, say you're right here. Is this today? This is last Friday. Say you're like here, okay? If you have liquidity stacked up, like right here, you have liquidity stacked up. All right, if equal liquidity stacked up, it's a good chance that price just wants to run through and just take it all out. Okay, so I would say I wouldn't really look for reversals on low time frame liquidity. I would see low time frame liquidity more of just something that price wants to run through, fill all those orders, and just satisfy the orders. I wouldn't really look. Yeah, like I'm saying, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of repeating myself. I wouldn't really look for a reversal just because a lot of these orders can be for long, right? Index or just big funds, big hedge funds, big banks don't really put massive sell orders at these highs. You know what I mean? It's more long orders. So yeah, it's all for today. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Probably fair value gap. I think I'm good with liquidity. I don't think I really have anything else to say about liquidity. But yeah, it's all for today. Pretty short video, 9 minutes. So there y'all go.